What's been going on with XRP recently? Will XRP overtake Bitcoin and be the cryptocurrency with the most market capitalization? Is XRP about to explode? Well, stay tuned to find out. But first, we are giving away $25 at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. Welcome XRP Army. Let's grow the XRP Lab community by pressing the like button and subscribe. And make sure to keep watching because we have an interesting fact about XRP that you might not have been aware of. The crypto market, as we all know, has always been dangerous and unpredictable. But today, more than ever, we must remain alert. We must be psychologically prepared for everything that may occur. The cryptocurrency season would ultimately arrive and create many millionaires, but it might also bring a slew of bizarre events. Looking across the market, we can observe that Bitcoin is once again selling for more than $40,000. As we all know, as Bitcoin rises, it brings the rest of the currencies with it, as it is what moves the market. There has been a lot of XRP news and commentary recently, indicating that it is just a question of time before the switch is turned. We may potentially overtake Bitcoin as the most valuable cryptocurrency in terms of market capitalization. So far, Bitcoin has done an excellent job of establishing itself as the most valuable store of wealth, but it has failed as a payment system. And here is where XRP fits in with the XRP ledger, which is continuously evolving and developing to provide its partners with the functionality they want. With that said, let's look at this tweet from @Matthew Linney that says, IBS recognizes Temenos as the #1 best-selling banking software in 9 categories more than any other technology. Any bank that uses Temenos has the ability to use XRP for settlements when regulation allows. He offers us a photograph of all 9 categories wherein Temenos was distinguished. But I wouldn't be shocked if the results we're seeing with Temenos had anything to do with Ripple and XRP. Of course, there are many other things at work here, but we've known for a few years that Temenos had incorporated Ripple's technology. Of course, with the acceptance of Ripple and XRP, all waves rise, as seen by the Temenos Awards. Look at how they're reaping the benefits of incorporating Ripple's tech so soon. With that in mind, let's take a closer look at Temenos and what it provides to the banking sector. According to WFMZ.com, Temenos AG6 TEMN is the worldwide superpower in banking software. Temenos is used by over 3,000 banks worldwide, including 41 of the top 50, to execute the daily transactions and client interactions of more than 1.2 billion banking clients. Temenos provides cloud-native, cloud-agnostic, and AI-powered front office, core banking, payments, and revenue collection software that enables banks to provide seamless, multi-channel customer experience and gain operational excellence. Temenos technology has been shown to help its top-performing clients to achieve cost-income ratios of 26.8%, which is half the market average, and returns on equity of 29%, which is 3 times the market average. These customers also spend 51% of their IT budget on development and innovation rather than maintenance, which is double the market average, demonstrating that the bank's IT investment is providing actual value to their businesses. Moving on, we can see another tweet from @Michael Manfield that says, @Ripple partner ACI worldwide honored with Card Management and e-Wallets Award from IBS Intelligence. Well, there's definitely something special going on here. It's also worth mentioning that the partners are producing excellent outcomes wherever Ripple goes. As evidenced by a tweet by @Fame21more, several Ukrainian banks are also planning to connect to Ripple technology. At this point, the writing is clearly on the wall. We can't make this stuff up. XRP is about to explode. If you haven't invested in it yet, the only explanation is that you despise making money. It's fascinating to discover this because Temenos is already linked with Ripple's technology and Finastra. We're not sure about the rest right now, but you'll probably discover 1 or 2 that have anything to do with Ripple. You must recognize, though, that we are only guessing here. We are unable to confirm this at this time. People have been waiting for crypto to die for a long time. But, in my opinion, it's past time for people to recognize that the actual things will go down once the great switch is flipped. Crypto is like unlocking Pandora's box. Once it's opened, there's no way back in, and that's simply how it is. Things are only going to get better, especially for the financial industry, given that we are seeing greater acceptance from institutions and banks. We are about to receive better financial goods and services than we have previously received. Billionaires have spent billions of dollars to construct these infrastructures, and I don't think they're going to sit back and watch their money go to waste. I believe they are improving infrastructure in order to channel even more money. When people argue that XRP is heading to zero, they just do not comprehend what they are talking about. Yes, 99% of cryptos will fall to nothing, but the remaining 1% will not go to infinity and produce multi-billionaires. Moving on, the title of a Cointelegraph piece reads, Brian Brooks defends fintech charter to House Financial Service Committee. According to the article, Brian Brooks has defended the fintech banking charter introduced while he served as the acting controller of the currency after congressional Democrats took aim at the license on Thursday. Brian appeared as a witness before the House Financial Services Committee's Subcommittee on Consumer Protection and Financial Institutions at an April 15 hearing titled, Banking Innovation or Regulatory Evasion. Exploring Trends in Financial Institution Charters. The Office of the Controller of the Currency, or OCC, announced the FinTech Charter in 2020, which allows financial tech companies, especially cryptocurrency companies, to provide lending and payment services without being subject to state banking authorities, FDIC insurance, or customer deposits. However, we can see that state regulators, community banks, and credit unions have expressed concern about how new organizations, particularly large internet corporations, are acquiring unorthodox bank charters and selling bank products and services while avoiding rules. Most institutions, especially community banks, are required to comply. However, we can see that Brian Brooks answered to the committee by claiming that the charter has strengthened regulatory monitoring of the fintech and crypto businesses, suggesting that their actions would otherwise go unnoticed by the regulator. Of course, they must also have mentioned the fact that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general have been used for criminal purposes. They also note that there are many Ponzi schemes in the cryptocurrency industry. Overall, we can also see that Brian Brooks continues to disregard these concerns, claiming that exclusionary restrictions would stifle the United States' technical innovation and that heavy-handed legislation will harm U.S. soft power in the growing digital economy. Brian Brooks even went so far as to remark, "We're building a second internet here, it's not built for terrorist financing, it's built to allow us to have a truly decentralized internet." If you believe that America's soft power in the world has a lot to do with the fact that we control ICANN in the Internet Protocol, I think you would feel similarly about these new protocols. As the birth of the second Internet approaches, and the hammer falls, 99% of cryptos will perish as a result of these new rules. We are nearing regulatory clarification. The most pressing concern is whether the United States will overregulate and drive brilliant inventions out of the marketplace. Will the United States, on the other hand, take some realistic regulatory measures in the correct direction that will eradicate all Ponzi schemes and frauds while enabling innovation to thrive? Regulators have had XRP in their possession for quite some time. Once this litigation is resolved, we will have regulatory certainty for XRP, but not for the rest of the crypto industry. So all we can do now is wait and watch what happens. With all that at heart, let us examine the technical analysis. History appears to be repeating itself in this daily chart. Well, let's look at the data and see what we can find. From my perspective, it is receiving support in the past resistance level, as well as the same precise chart like before. It is only a matter of time until XRP reaches $2.50. We are now looking at a 5-day time period. We are virtually skating on the freshly discovered support bottom as the market goes bearish for a few days and eventually receives neutral, negative SEC news regarding the case delay in the Ripple case. Many diamond hand investors opted to sell, whereas financial companies began stockpiling more than ever. It is now time to take a look at the fact of the day. Did you guys know that unlike the rest of the cryptocurrencies, XRP is not mined or made but produced during the Genesis event? Kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered as financial advice. Do conduct your own due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Do you invest in XRP? If you want to continue to know about XRP, we have got 2 more videos waiting for you on the end screen to check out. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video, my friend.